Hello, how's it going? I believe we are live right here. It is Sunday, December the 30th, and we are coming at you live with another episode of Helium 10 YAMA. All right, why is it called YAMA? Well, obviously it stands for YouTube Ask Me Anything, but here at Helium 10, we help Amazon sellers rise to the top, whether that's rise to the top of outer space, atmosphere, whatever you guys want to consider it, or a Yama, which actually is Japanese for a mountain. We're helping you rise to the top there. How do we do that? We bring you the most extensive tool suite on the planet, the most accurate and reliable data, and the most extensive suite of tools out there. We have over 20 tools, everything from profit analyzers to product research, keyword research tools. We have it all pretty much for you. And if we don't have it yet and you guys want it, we're probably going to bring it to you. All right. So today's episode, in a little bit, I wanted to go over how to use the Chrome extension. Actually, I might go ahead and start that because I don't really need to ask you guys live here which one to search for. I'll just pick something random. But it's something that we get a lot of questions about. Our Chrome extension is really robust. All right. And I want to make sure that you guys are getting the full use out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here if I'm able as people start trickling in. So you guys can really see how you can use the Chrome extension. So let's go ahead and see if this works here. Hold on. We are going to share the screen. There we go. All right. And hey, how's it going? We got already a live viewer here, Josh. I don't know how we have 10 live viewers already. This is ridiculous. I literally just posted this 1 second ago. So that's awesome. We only had like 10 last night. So let's go ahead and share my screen. Josh, if you're there, or I mean, I thought nobody would be here, so I was just going to pick a random thing. But if you guys want me to do a random search on Amazon, and then that's what I'm going to use the X-ray for, let me know. All right. So go ahead and do that now. Anybody, Josh, or anybody else who's online right now. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Screen share. Here we go. All right, here we go. All right, so one of the first ways I want to show you guys, actually, this is what we went over on our broadcast last night. Sorry, it was like less than 12 hours ago that we did this broadcast, and so I'm still trying to wake up here. All right, Josh said he's going to think about what he wants us to search for, but this is something that last night we were online searching for, and it was a large cotton rope basket. All right, so one way that you can use the X-Ray Chrome extension, if you're on a product page, all you have to do is click here, the Chrome extension. By the way, let me show you guys, for those of you who don't have it yet, and even if you're not a Helium 10 subscriber, our Chrome extension is free. So you can go to helium10.com/extension. And that's going to bring you to this page. And you'll be able to install this right now so you can take it for a test drive for a little bit. So right there, Helium 10 Chrome extension you are able to have. All right, so let's go ahead and show you right here. I'm on a product page. All right, first of all, once you have the Chrome extension installed, you'll get a lot of data on the bottom. But I'm going to hit here, and we have ASIN grabber, profitability calculator, inventory level, review downloader. Today we're only going to be talking about X-ray. All right, so I'm going to hit X-ray. And right here on this first page, it's going to actually show me the different variations that are here. So here, even though I'm on the actual product page, this one, it's showing me all the different variations within here. And you could see stuff like the ASIN, the brand, the title, the category. You can see the BSR. You got tons of information here. How many images you have? What's the size? The weight. This is kind of important. A lot of you guys, you only want to ship stuff under a pound, so you could have that insight. This is something I don't think any other Chrome extension has, just like right there as soon as you click into it. But I like this images, it's really cool. And the size tier, that's really important. Look at this. The size tier on this one, for whatever reason, is jumps up 2 size tiers. So I bet you that they have a really expensive shipping cost. We have here the actual size of the box. We've got review velocity. We've got the review count. Lots of great information right there. So one other page that it works on is if you go down here, and where is their BSR? Where is their BSR? Here it is right here. All right. So you see here is the baby category. This product is 9,000 in baby. If I go here to the top 100, this is the Amazon bestsellers list, all right? So if I go here to the Amazon bestsellers list, I can actually go ahead and run X-ray on this page as well. Once it loads up. Matter of fact, I can do async grabber, but async grabber is something that we're going to save for another day, so you guys can know about that. But here, again, here I'm going to have all of the data from every single one here on the first page of the top BSR list right here. So you can see, again, the rating, review count, sales. Let me just show you a couple of things here. This is actually interesting. This shows you that look at all the top sellers in baby. They're all shipped and fulfilled by Amazon. So that is something telling right now. The very first one that's an FBA is number 9. Really interesting right here. If you mouse over here, you're going to be able to see a thumbnail of the product right here, as you can see. You've got the brand, you've got the title, a category. Obviously, everything should be the same category. This page is taking forever to load. My Chrome browser is super slow. Come on, Chrome. Come on, Chrome. That's what happens when you try working off of a laptop. Here, images. Look at some of these. Here's one of the top, ones on this page, or in the whole entire category, and it only has 2 images. That's crazy. Look at the review velocity in all of these. Now, this one's interesting. This one has 0 reviews in the last month. That's super interesting. Something might be happening there. They might have a lock on the reviews as they're under investigation. Look at this one here. Negative 109 reviews. All right. That means that in the last month, they've actually lost that. All right. So they've actually lost a bunch of reviews. So let's click right here. And you can actually see they lost on a day on December 26th, they went from 3,249 reviews to 3,098 reviews. So how does that work? Well, that's going to be something that Amazon probably took away a bunch of reviews because they think that they were shady or something, and they might not even know about it. But because they're using here X-ray, they can actually see that they lost it. So that's just some of the many different ways that you can use the Chrome extension. And if I were actually just to search for like diapers, let's just say, of course, the traditional way to use the Chrome extension is by hitting X-ray here on the result page, and then you'll get all the information here on the first one. So I'm sure with some of the questions we're going to get today, we're going to be able to use the X-ray Chrome extension and show you how it works. So as I said, today's episode would be a demonstration of that. We always try and do demos at the very beginning, and then we'll get into everybody's questions right now. So we're going to get into at least 30 questions here. Let me go ahead and see. All right. So let's take a look at some of the live questions. We've got our Yaman. He says, can I ask a question? Of course you can ask a question. That's what we're here for. You can do that live or on helium10.com/questions. And I do not understand what is asked about the Kalimbas. What is that about? And here's Iron says, bruh, he's just advertising Helium 10. I thought this would be Q&A. This is stupid. Well, bruh, you might be the stupid one because this is a Q&A, and actually right there in the description, it says that we're demonstrating the X-ray Chrome extension, which is what I also posted. So joke's on you, bro. Or I'm sorry, bruh. These trolls, though. Thomas says, this is not Jungle Scout? Nope. Not sure where you might have thought that this was. Is that in the title or the link that you clicked on? If not, then not sure why you thought it was Jungle Scout. All right, let's see. Josh knows what's up. He says he's going over specific topics first to fill time, and then I'll get around the questions only if you're nice. Very true, Josh. You get respected if you're showing respect, but if you disrespect me, you best believe you're not going to get love right here, because there's no call for that, guys. I don't even know why you literally take the time to click on a link and you're going to try and hate on somebody who's taking time out of their day on a Sunday, which I don't get paid for, trying to help Amazon sellers. I literally don't get paid for this. This is just what I do. All right. So let me go to the, I don't see any questions yet. Let me go to the questions right here. that we have been getting submitted through helium10.com/questions. And if anybody has live questions, go ahead and put it in the chat box on the right-hand side of your screen. So here, this is from Yasir. Yasir says, I use pan-European FBA inventory via my UK market. How should I use other market words in the UK listing? Yasir, I would need to see a screenshot of the exact field that you're looking at. There's the two ones that we normally use. I don't believe the UK listings have the subject matter, but show me which one you mean by other market words. All right. If that's actually a field that you're referring to, or if that's just a term. If you're saying, hey, how do I use other marketplace words? Let me know. I need a little bit more detail here on your question before I can answer it more accurately. But if you're talking about how you're talking about to use the back-end search terms, well, yes, you would probably put words that are in other languages that might be getting searches in the UK marketplace, or misspellings, or just words that just don't coherently fit in your listing. That's what you would want to do there. All right, Alvaro says, I just got Helium 10. Where is the best place to look for Helium 10 training? Or you're going to want to go, Alvaro, to helium10.com/pro training. You can actually get there directly from the helium10.com website. There's a pro training button, and you can click on pro training, and it has all the videos of how to use the different tools. So thank you for that question. Let's see. Keegan says, hi from Canada. Best way to prepare for a lightning deal, assuming you already know it's a good idea. All right, Keegan, that's a great question. Lightning deals, help a lot of sellers get sales velocity. Now, one thing that's important is you might want to have a really good discount on your first lightning deal. Sometimes that's the best thing, because sometimes your eligibility for future lightning deals, depends on how well your first one did. So that shows, that they're going to show you in a higher position on your future best deals and lightning deals if you did really well on the first few ones. You got a lot of traction. If you only sell like one or two because your discount is only like 10% or 15%, whatever their minimum is, it's possible it's going to be hard for you to do future lightning deals for that product, or even be invited to do this. So another thing to keep in mind is that well in advance before a lightning deal, if you do know that you want to have a really good price or a good discount, but you don't want to lose money, we might want to gradually raise your price first. If it's not going to affect your sale, I mean, if you're already making great sales, then lightning deals might not be the best thing for you unless you're just trying to blow through inventory. But if the whole thing is to increase your sales velocity from almost zero, then it doesn't hurt for you to actually increase the price of your listing for a little bit. So then when you do the discounted price, it seems like it's a bigger discount, because again, there's a minimum price, a minimum discount that you have to do for a lightning deal. But then, like, let's say you wanted to do something crazy like 40% off or something to really, stick out as a big discounted item, but you lose money at your regular price. Well, then make sure you have some. You're going to have your price. I believe it's like 30 or 45 days. You'll have to actually have it established at a higher price, and then you can go ahead and do your 40% discount for a lightning deal. But then, of course, make sure you have enough stock. All right. I mean, one of the worst things to do is do a great lightning deal, and then you're out of stock, and then all your momentum that you just gained, you lose because you can't replenish for another month or something. So make sure to do that. Ginger says, how can I get Tim Watt's CPR spreadsheet? Ginger, I have no idea what that means, so let me know what the Tim Watt's CPR spreadsheet means. That's the first time I've heard that. Let's see. Blazil says, when will profitability calculator be working for the European marketplace? That is an excellent question. Let me just check really quick if it is. If not, it'll probably be sometime early next year. So I'm going to go to the Amazon UK. I'm not going to show my screen right here because I'm just kind of like thinking out loud. And let me go here to one of the listings. And that's on another episode. If you guys want me to go over the profitability calculator, I can definitely do that. But let me just see if this is going to be available in, I'm looking at the Fire XD tablet in Amazon UK. So let me see. And my computer is super slow. So in the meantime, one thing, Andrew, that did get available recently for the Chrome extension is, or in the UK, is X-Ray, is now working there. And I believe Review Downloader might be working there as well. Let me see. Yeah, Review Downloader is working and X-Ray, but we don't have a profitability calculator yet for the UK. So if that's something that you guys are wanting, please send it in to support@helium10.com, and we will check on that for you. All right, let's look at some questions that we have live here. All right. All right, somebody says here, would you please check out the product Salad Bowl? So Salad Bowl. All right, let me know or evaluate Kalimbas as a product. What in the world? Is that an actual word? So I'm going to search here for Kalimbas. Could be somebody's trying to play a trick on me. Let me see here. Oh, okay, that's an interesting product. I'm assuming this is the product. Let's go ahead and share my screen then. Let me know, guys, if this is a kalimba. All right, so if this is what it is, kalimba. Looks like an African thumb piano kit with rubber finger guards. Okay, so how would you analyze this? All right, so the first thing I would do, I would try and see again, just like I said, that's why I did the demonstration of Chrome extension, because I knew we'd probably get to it somehow. So the first thing I want to see is what kind of sales are some of these Kalimbas doing, and what are they getting their sales from? You know, so wow, I mean, some of these are selling like ridiculous. Look at this one here. This, wow, that shocks me right now. I've never heard of this product before, or I kind of have. I think it's used a musical instrument for merengue, is it? I'm not even sure, but this one is selling between 5,000 and 6,000 units per month. This one item. That's crazy. Almost $250,000. So the question is, where are they getting their sales from? So right off the bat, if this was my main keyword, it would be kind of hard, I know, for me to get on page one, because look how they're dominated by these guys selling over 1,000 units. So that's kind of difficult to compete with. What about the review count? Oh, I like this. This is good, guys. Look at these. Look at this review count. These guys are selling thousands of units and they only have 75 reviews. That just kind of boggles my mind. So this must be like a new niche or something, because that is something that you would like to see. What about the ratings? Okay, almost everybody's 5 stars, so that's going to be kind of hard to compete with. But dude, this review count for stuff that are selling in the hundreds this month, and they only have like less than 100 views. That is an amazing. I literally don't think I have ever seen anything like this in my life. in all of the 100,000 searches I have done on Amazon, if I see products that all are selling in the thousands of units and they're all new, and none of them even have 100 reviews left yet, that's pretty interesting. But the whole point of this is I want to see where are they getting their sales from. All right, so I'm going to copy this ASIN. I'm going to go here to Cerebro, and let's just take a look at organic search results. All right. So what this does is when I do a Cerebro searches, I'm checking where are all of the keyword phrases that they are ranking for in the top 306. Okay. So I want to know where they at, like kind of on page 1. So I'm going to say, hey, show me where they're on, between positions 1 and maybe 20. Let's apply it here. And again, our search volume is still pretty fresh, a couple weeks old, so I know this is pretty valid right here. I'm going to go ahead and sort it by exact phrase search volume. And here you go. Look at this. Kalimba gets 42,000 searches per month, and they are page 1, position 1. So right away, you know, this is probably where they're getting the bulk of their sales. Look at this one. Kalimba 7 key is searched for a lot of times a month, and they're on page 1, position 1. Thumb piano, that's an interesting keyword. So then what's the next step to do? Like, I would go to some of these keywords and I would be like, okay, let me run X-ray on here and see the situation of the top sellers. How difficult would it be to get on page 1? And for this product, I'm still just dumbfounded right here. I just cannot believe that as many sales as these guys are doing, nobody has like more than 75 reviews. So, by now it might be, it might be getting a little bit saturated. But if you could come up with a good product like this, like a month ago, you could have killed it right here, because you put up a brand new listing that only has like 5 or 10 reviews, and it looks just fine compared to these others right here. So let's take a look at what the first page is doing right here. Okay. So you can see everybody's kind of priced in a similar price range between $30 and $50. Okay, so you would want to make sure that you can afford that kind of pricing. If you have, and then let's take a look. Yeah, look at the review count again. Look at the review rating, 4.5s. The size tier, everybody's in size tier 1. That's really good. That makes sense. If it's a thumb, something to do with thumb, I assume it's pretty small. Everybody has nice images. This is also another important thing, because one thing, like for example, look at this guy. He only has like 3 images. Let's see if he still does have only 3 images. Yes, he only has 3 images and 1 video. So if you can come in with a better looking listing than this, you already have like a little benefit from this guy. All right. He's got Amazon's choice for musical instruments for adults. That's interesting. So interesting. That's cool that he has a video, but still, this is not very, look at this random picture here. They just Photoshop this in here. I guarantee they Photoshop this. This is not that great of a listing, but this guy is selling, how much is he selling? 3 image, he is selling approximately 1,600 units a month, and he's just got a subpar listing. So yeah, so whoever asked if Kalimba is a good, is an interesting market to research, I would say yes. This is very, very interesting, as long as you can do a profit, because this looks like a newer niche that doesn't have a lot of established sellers. Remember, once you have if you have established sellers who have thousands of reviews, they are really hard to kick off of Amazon. Okay, I mean, not kick off of Amazon, kick off from the very first positions. You can't like steal sales usually so easily, as opposed to somebody who's brand new. So yes, Kalimba is a very interesting. Now, don't everybody go race out and get Kalimbas, but this is just trying to show you the kind of thought process that you can do in order to find out if something like this could be profitable for you or not. So thank you for that question, whoever had given that. Let's keep going here. Joshua says he didn't know that the Chrome extension would show us the size of each product that Amazon has. Yes, it does. Let's see. Another question here from Josh is, one of my products has over 100 variations, all the same size. However, Amazon actually cube scans it at different sizes. By using your Helium 10 extension, you can then create a case and tell Amazon. Yes, that's actually, I didn't even think about that. But sometimes Amazon makes mistakes when they measure, and it can be costly. Like a couple of inches could mean the difference of $2, $3, $4 every shipment, just by them measuring it wrong. So yes, you are absolutely right, Josh. You got to be careful and make sure that you know what Amazon is charging you for shipping. And let's see. Aaron says, does it at least temporarily negatively impact your ad when you make updates? I optimized several old ads using Scribbles. Ads? Wait, hold on. I just lost his question here. Gosh, there it is. I optimized several old ads using Scribbles. I quickly lost my Amazon's Choice badge after the update. All right, Aaron, I need to know a little bit more details. What do you mean by ad? Do you mean your listing? So let me know if you mean listing or not. Okay, because ads, that's usually people talk about PPC, but Scribbles has nothing to do with PPC. So I think we might be talking about 2 different things. So let me know, Aaron, specifically rephrase your question, please, so I can answer it better. All right, let's see. Michael says, I'm so happy to be here. Could you please explain those metrics from Cerebro on the product detail page? All right, so there's no metrics, Michael, on Cerebro on the product detail page. What you might be referring to is there's a button that says Cerebro on the product detail page, and you click that, and it actually takes you to Helium 10 Cerebro so that you can see all of the keyword phrase that it's ranking for. There's also metrics there that shows you, BSR history and the sales velocity history of that product. That's right there on the Chrome extension. So that's what I think you might be referring to. Let me see if I can give you an example here. If I can pull up one of these Kalimbas. I love that word, Kalimba. All right. Here we go. Oh yeah, actually we don't even have the Cerebro button anymore. So let me show you my screen. Who is this? Michael. All right, Michael, here you go. So I think this is what you're talking about. I'm here on a Kalimba page, and this is, comes here, inventory levels. That actually, shows you who's selling it right there, okay? You've got X-ray. You can hit X-ray, and it'll bring up X-ray. You've got keywords, and that's going to bring up Helium 10 Cerebro for this listing, and you've got the profitability calculator. The thing that's here is the price history and sales rank history. You can go back 24 hours. You can go back 7 days, 30 days, 90 days. You can go back to the beginning of time, and that you can see that they first listed this maybe on August 6th, 2018. And so that's how you can use that part of the Chrome extension. So I hope that was what you were asking for, Michael. All right. Let's see. Litkin says he or she is going to try and sell this Kalimba. I think that's what they're saying. That is so good. All right. Yeah. But Thomas says, Litkin, back off. All right. So Thomas says, I'm pronouncing Kalimba wrong. So I'm just pronouncing it like I'm not Mexican or Spanish, but I speak Spanish. So like I'm pronouncing it like I would read it if it was a Spanish word, because I believe it's a Spanish word as well, Kalimba. So if it's not, how is the English pronunciation? So like sometimes I'll say words in the Spanish pronunciation. So let me know how to pronounce it in English, I guess, instead of Spanish. All right. Let's see. Look at all these comments right here. I'm trying to. Thomas says, "Can you search salad bowls?" All right, let's go ahead and search salad bowls. Let's see what we can come up with. Screen share. All right, let's go here. All departments. Let's go to salad bowls. All right, salad bowls. Over 20,000 results for salad bowls. See, this is why I worry though sometimes, okay? This is a big mistake. Let me just tell you guys this right now. This is a big mistake some sellers make. They'll go to a really, really wide keyword and they'll be like, oh, let's say they have this salad bowl, okay? And they're like, I want to rank for salad bowl. I honestly would not try to rank for salad bowl with a product like this. That would not be my initial thing. I mean, I would be nice to be on here, but look, guys, I would try and find where are these guys getting their sales from and find the really niche down keywords. It's probably like wooden salad bowl or bamboo salad bowl, right? Because here's the thing. I could get on this page and spend thousands of dollars trying to get on the first page, but I'm not going to get too many sales necessarily as far as a percentage share on this page, because obviously people who are searching for salad bowl have a wide variety of what they're looking for. It's not, I want to, the keywords that I focus on, I want to find out I want to find search terms where if this is my product, let's say this is going to be my product or similar to my product right here. I hope you guys can see my mouse pointer right here. But I would be looking for products where almost everything on page one looks like this, because then I know the people who are searching for that, that's the kind of product that they're looking for, because Amazon is going to show you on page one the products that are selling the best, for that search and that are getting interaction, like whether it's add to carts or adding it to the wish list or people are hovering over it. There's a million things that go into it, but the bottom line, the number one thing is sales. So I would not put all my eggs in one basket and try and get this. So whoever had mentioned that, I forgot it was Thomas or somebody mentioned that. If you are looking for a specific kind of salad bowl, let me know. Or if you actually have an ace and you're like, hey, I want to come out with a product that looks like this salad bowl, let me know. And then let's dive into that. And I'm going to show you guys the difference on searching on a page like this, as opposed to searching on a more narrow focus. So in the meantime, let me just see 2 people looking for salad bowls on here. Sam is trying to do Kalimbas now too. Oh my goodness, you guys are bad. Okay, Aaron, let me go back to Aaron's question. Aaron says the listing, all right? So Aaron, you need to check if you just added to your listing. Let me stop the screen share here. if you just add it to your listing, Aaron, no, you should not have a bunch of negative results. Now, if you replace some keywords or change phrases around, there could have been something on there that was getting you, sales that if you took it off now, maybe now Amazon doesn't think that, you deserve to be on page one anymore. Like if you took something off of your title, Amazon loves words in your title, but if you took something off of your title and that word, that word was important, your ranking on that word, might drop. But let me just go back to your original questions because I already forgot it. Let me see here. Let's see. I cannot find Aaron's original question here. There it is. Negatively impact. I optimized several old listings using Scribbles. I lost my Amazon's Choice badge after. All right, so Amazon's Choice on what? That's exactly what I thought you had said. So what phrase did you use your Amazon's Choice? Because Amazon's Choice isn't like a badge for your listing. It's not like, oh, I have Amazon's Choice. No, you get Amazon's Choice for certain searches. All right, so what search term did you have Amazon's Choice for? And did that search term change at all? Like, did you take it out of your listing, or maybe it was multiple places in your listing and you took it off? Then yes, obviously you're going to get affected. But don't worry, too much about that. Amazon's Choice badge sometimes changes by the hour. Like one time of day, one product has it. 2 hours later, a different product has it. Sometimes it's different for different people in different parts of the country. That for the same exact search, they'll get different Amazon's Choice badge. What really matters at the end of the day is your sales, and your keyword visibility. I mean, sales is number one, but number two, what gets you sales is your keyword visibility. So you've got to make sure you're trying to get on page 1 or 2 for all of your important keywords. All right. So again, the only way you would lose ranking on something is if you modified that exact keyword. So how do you know if you're moving up or down on certain keywords? Well, I hope since you're using Scribbles, I'm assuming you have Helium 10, you're going to want to make sure to put all of your main keywords that you're tracking in Keyword Tracker and turn boost on. So every single hour, you're checking how the ranking on your keyword is going up or down. So hope that answered your question, Aaron. Let me go back to your other questions. Let's see. All right. I keep losing there's so many questions here. We usually don't have so many questions live. Usually the YouTube ones is where I go through all the questions you guys submitted in email. All right. Michael says, where is Manny? No more podcasts. Actually, Manny is busy working hard. I mean, he's working 7 days a week now trying to grow, Helium 10. And actually, I will be helping him out with a podcast. We have a big kind of relaunch that we're going to do in January with the AM PM podcast. So make sure you guys are subscribed to that. But you'll see me a lot more on the podcast helping Manny out with that. And let's see. Michael says, is keyword research a part of product research? Absolutely. Absolutely. Why? Well, you look for a product, right? You're looking for opportunity. Like if we came upon the Kalimba, and so I'm going to look up Kalimba and I find that it's selling good, right? But what really matters is what are the keywords that are driving sales from those products? And so the next step of product research is keyword research, especially if you're going to make your own listing. So absolutely, Michael, great question. Any more things to search for? I'm going to go, we're going to save that for tomorrow's, this is not, I do workshops where we go over products. I'm happy to go, do a couple searches a day, but really I want this to be about, Amazon questions, Helium 10 questions, not just, searching for products, because then as you guys see, people start fighting each other here when they see a good product and people are like, no, don't sell that. Don't sell that. So I'll go through like 1 or 2 a day just to show you how to use the tools and everything. But I don't want this to turn into a product research workshop, because we actually have product research workshops that we do with our Helium 10 members on live webinars where actually you guys can talk to me live and things like that. So we don't have that. So fireproof document bags, I can search for that tomorrow, maybe if you're on the broadcast tomorrow, Sam. Michael says, any tips to get the best subcategory to get the best seller badge easier? You want, don't think of things like, oh, badges are the best thing in the world, because you could artificially become the best seller with a salad bowl in an iPhone 4, if you or iPhone 4 or iPhone case, cell phone case category, right? I mean, you could like somehow get Amazon to put you in that category and then do some crazy giveaway and get to page 1, and then you'd be the bestseller because of some huge giveaway where you gave away 3,000 units over 3 days, and you'd get the bestseller badge, let's just say. But so what? That doesn't matter, all right? I mean, does that get you anything? No, because that's not even relevant to your listing, all right? So guys, don't get so hung up on the bestseller badge. You know, if you can get the bestseller badge organically, that's golden. That's what's golden. All right. So how do you get there? You got to make sure that you're in the right category. So don't be trying to get into a certain category just for a bestseller badge, because what if that category isn't relevant to you? And now you're in a category, and sure, everybody sees you have a bestseller badge, but they're like, I don't care. This is not even what I was looking for. So don't do that. Got my Hello Kitty, my daughter's cup of water right here. So instead of worrying about the bestsellers badge and using that to determine what category you get into the category where the best sellers are very, really similar to your product, meaning that obviously people find that one products like yours relevant, and then make sure that yours somehow sets itself apart as a special gift that's thrown into there. It has the best price, has cooler images, whatever you have to do. That's what you should be focused on, in my opinion. Michael, so thank you for that question. Oh, I hate this YouTube, the YouTube live. I can barely see your guys' questions. They scroll through so fast here. So I keep losing it here. All right, let's go back here. Sam says, I'm not sure if I can make it tomorrow on the broadcast. Yeah, I think you'll be drinking something other than water in a Hello Kitty cup, probably. All right, let's see. Michael says, my product failed miserably. I'm sorry to hear that, but don't feel bad. That happens to even the best sellers. Not every product is a great one. Even the 7- and 8-figure sellers, they have bomb products that don't work at all. So don't feel too bad, Mike. Let's see. Okay, Dimitar, we have somebody new on board here. I can't believe we have 17 people here on YouTube. Dimitar says, in Scribbles, there is a place for subject matter 1, 2, 3, but in Europe, there is no place in listing creation. Are you familiar with this? Yes, that was what I had said earlier. I think you probably came on a little bit later, but there was a question that somebody had submitted. And yes, in Europe, I believe you do not have subject matter. And that kind of sucks for you guys because subject matter is really great for Amazon USA listings in order to get things indexed. Michael says, mommy to be phrase on the sashes I was selling were trademarked. Yes, guys, that is something very important that Michael brought up. There are words that might not be a brand name or something, but people actually trademark words. And Amazon has this list of words that are trademarked. And if anybody's ever made a claim with them, they'll go through all their listings. And if you have that phrase in your listing, guess what? You're going to get suspended, or maybe not your account suspended, but your listing might get suspended until you take it off. And they might not even let you take it off of the listing. Like if it's on your packaging, look out, you're kind of screwed. And Sam says, yeah, he's going to have too much to drink tomorrow. All right. Thomas is worried that people are trying to do Kalimbas for real. All right. Sam says, I eat a lot, which decreases my capital for investing. Hey, you and me both, bro. All right. So Dimitar. All right. Finally, I can get back to the questions that were submitted. That was a lot of live questions. Keep them coming in, guys. Keep them coming in. Alec says, there's a lot of talk about discounted launches not being effective for keyword ranking. What do you think? Alec, I think that my initials, my name is Bradley Sutton. My initials are BS. And that phrase, or what people are saying, is a lot of my initials, in other words. All right? Because people have been saying that for years, months. Oh, discounted launches don't work. I've tested it over and over again. It still works. Is it as effective or as easy to do as before, or as predictable? No. Things have definitely changed with the Amazon algorithm that makes it not always as successful as it was in the past, but it still works. And if you guys want to see this, I did deep dives of over 160 different keyword launches doing the giveaway method over the last 4 months, and I documented it all in a blog. So look at helium10.com/blog. You can see the first 2 blogs in that series about product launches, and then the latest one that includes information even up from 2 weeks ago launches I did. That is going to be up there probably on Wednesday. So make sure to check that out, Alec. Fabrizio says, what about super URL? It seems like it's not working in the past. Yeah, Fabrizio, super URLs are a different thing. Like, I don't think anybody has successfully used a super URLs in years. It's been like 2 or 3 years as far as I know. So quote unquote super URLs, no, you can't use anymore. 2-step URLs, yes, those are still working. Andrea says, why should I use Helium 10 instead of other tools? And he mentions a couple here that usually I don't like to mention. But again, I said this many times. The thing that sets Helium 10 apart from the rest of the tools is the extensiveness of our suite. We'll have, of course, there's tools out there that have profits. There's tools that have Chrome extensions, just like I showed you today. And they're great. Yeah, I'll go ahead and say it. They're the first ones in the game. Jungle Scout. Ooh, that's not a bad word. Jungle Scout. I have nothing bad to say about it. I don't know them personally. I used to use Jungle Scout. Great tool, all right? X-Ray, Chrome extension, really similar to it. But again, the thing that sets us apart, if that's all you want, if you just want a Chrome extension or you just want to do product research, stick with any tool. You can use Helium 10 for that. You can use Jungle Scout. You can use any tool for that. But if you just want an all-in-one suite that has everything, including your profits, your keyword research, your refunds, your listing optimization, then Helium 10 is the only way to go. So that's the major difference between us and the others is, we do have a few features that nobody else has, like the compare ASIN tool on Cerebro to get you the most buyer relevant keywords. But, and if, our Chrome extension has image count and dimensions, there's little things here or there that do set us apart. The Cerebro thing is huge. That's like the #1 thing, I think. Review Downloader is huge that we have, where you can just look at the most common phrases in your competitors or even your reviews. That's pretty huge. But other than that, a lot of the stuff we have is similar. Other companies have it. But again, what sets us apart is there's not an all-in-one tool suite like ours that's as extensive as ours. So you would still have to use 5, 6, 7 different subscriptions and 8 different Chrome extensions. But why do that when you can just do it all in Helium 10? So thank you for that question, Andreas. All right, let's go to the next one. Jennifer, hello from Pennsylvania. Wondering if there's a tool in your lineup that helps with daily PPC bid adjustments. No, there is not. But if that's something that you would like, make sure to send that email to support@helium10.com under the subject suggestions. And we track every single suggestion that we get, and the ones that get the most traction, we end up launching. I mean, every single new tool that we have comes from you guys' suggestions and what you guys have said you wanted. So make sure to do that, Jennifer. Alexander says, how can I calculate the perfect bid for my PPC campaigns? It's the exact same question as Jennifer. So Alex, if that's what you want help in, make sure to email you to support@helium10.com. Hamid says, Magnet IQ score. When we see higher numbers, does this mean that it is less cost and low-hanging fruit keyword? Not usually, okay? It could mean it, but what the Magnet IQ score means is that if there's a high score that you see in Magnet or Cerebro IQ score, it means that it has not that many competitors have it, but that there is a lot of searches going on for that keyword. So that's all it means. All right. So sometimes would that mean maybe less bid? Probably. But what if all the top 100 guys out of the 200 competitors they're all aggressively bidding for those keywords? Well, there's not going to be any savings. So it's not like a guaranteed thing that just because it has low competition that there's going to be lower bid on your PPC, but it just means that just what it is, that there's less competition. There's less people fighting for that keyword. So thank you for that question, Hamid. Let me go back now and switch back to the live questions and see if we have anything here. Oh my goodness, let's see here. Oh, I have to scroll all the way up here. All right, here we go. Michael says, love you, Brad. Love you too, Michael. Is your last name really pour, or do you just like pour drinks out here? Everybody's going to be pouring drinks out tomorrow. Sam says, when will we be streaming tomorrow? Let me know, guys. I just come on randomly. Again, this is not something scheduled. I'm not on vacation, but this is my weekend. Manny Coates didn't ask me to do this. I don't get paid extra. I'm just here. I'm like, hey, let me go on and do a live and interact. I love interacting with you guys and answering questions. So I'm here for you guys. So you let me know what time you want me to come on, and I'll come on. Otherwise, you can watch it on the replay as well. But if you just want to make sure you get notified, make sure to subscribe to us. There should be a button for subscribe. And then what you're going to want to do is hit the bell notification on our YouTube channel so that you get notified on your phone. And yeah, so Ariman and Sam, let me know what time you want me to come on, and I'll see if I can do it. And he says, are you a 7-figure seller? No, I'm a no-figure seller. All right. For those of you who don't know my history, I've been working at Helium 10 for about 6 months. But what I did before was I was a consultant for Amazon sellers, and I worked for large companies, helping them with their Amazon accounts. And I launched over 400 products in the last 2 years. None of them my own. Everybody thinks I'm crazy. Brad, you have all this knowledge and you never even launched your own private label. No, I like working for other companies or for other people and helping them grow. And so that's what I always did. And I would always use Helium 10, to do it. And then when there was a job opening and they offered me one, I was like, that's pretty cool, to work for the company that I love their software. So that's kind of like my history right there. But I guess in a perfect world, maybe I could be a 7-figure seller. But no, I'm happy working at Helium 10, helping other people. Michael says, will Helium 10 support the Australian marketplace? We will eventually. Right now, we don't have any data on Australia. Since it was one of the newer ones, we figured, not many people would be interested in it, but so many people are interested in Australia. So make sure, Michael, to send those requests in to support@helium10.com if you're looking for us to have more usability in the Australian marketplace. The more requests that we get, the more we'll focus on that marketplace to start gathering the data. Sam says, who is Andreas? I don't even know who is Andreas. Who are you guys talking about? Is there somebody on today's broadcast named Andreas? All right. Let's see. Josh says, Bradley, other than listing optimization with Helium 10, what would be your next best tips for an Amazon seller to boost sales? Next best tips. I mean, the stuff that has nothing to do with Helium 10. Let's just talk about that for a little bit. Images. All right. You've got to have great images. Don't be one of those sellers who just does 2 or 3 images. Make sure to get brand registry 2.0 so that you can use your enhanced brand content. You can get a video in your images. You could, have a nice graphical thing. Build your brand up. All right, build your brand, guys. It's not just about launching whatever cookie cutter product you can anymore. You've got to really build a brand, and that's really going to help. You do that by building your social media, build a Shopify store, start running outside traffic to your Amazon listing. There's tons of stuff that have nothing to do with Amazon that you can do, have nothing to do with Helium 10, and it's all more and more important now if you want to build a business on Amazon, that you can't just throw some random product on Amazon, some garlic press, and expect to get tens of thousands of sales. All right. So you've got to build a brand more often than not. So that's my number one thing I would say for you, Josh. Thank you for that question. Ariyaman says, bye. I need to go trap now. My homies are pulling up to the crib, so we got to get him a shot spot. All right, Ariyaman, have good. Be safe out there. Don't drink too much. And let's see. Michael says, H10 is great. Cerebro, absolutely. That's my favorite tool. Aaron says, I've never done a launch, and my products are doing very well in a super niche category. Let's see here. Wait, I lost your question. Oh, there it is. I've never done a launch before, and my products are doing well in a super niche category. I'm about to start a new product and curious if I'm missing anything by not doing a launch. It depends. It depends what your definition of launch is. If you're making a new product, that's a launch. You do nothing, it's still a launch. All right. The question is the methodology on how you ramp up your sales and your visibility. There's 2 main ways that people do that. Number 1 is PPC, aggressive PPC, trying to find the right keywords and really spending a lot of money on that to get some conversions on certain keywords. And that is going to help you. That is going to help you increase your sales rankings. All right. Another way that is done is doing launch giveaways with a service. And that's just if you want to go really fast. If you want to get on page 1 or 2 within the first few days of a listing, especially if it's a brand new listing. There's what's called the honeymoon period on Amazon, where they give you kind of the benefit of the doubt. So you start making sales on certain keywords, you're going to shoot to the top a lot easier on a mature listing. So that's why I've always used the launch giveaway method, because it gets me to that first page really, really fast. But understandable, a lot of people don't have the budget to be able to give a lot of units away. So if that's the case, it's not necessary. I would say 1% of sellers use launch giveaway services, less than 1%. All right, and they still make sales. So there's still ways to get sales without using a launch service, but it all depends on your budget, Aaron. But you're not going to get to page 1 for major keywords on a completely new product for you unless you do something. All right, you can't just like throw it up there and oh, I'm on page 1 for salad bowls now. It's not going to happen. You've got to do aggressive PPC, or you've got to do a big campaign, or you've got to send outside traffic to a certain search on keywords, and you'll get it. And yet again, I lost my question. There we go. Guido says Helium 10 is the best. You're the best, Guido. Adita says, is there a tool that helps me avoid words that are trademarked when I create my listing? No, not that I know of. But it's not necessarily a tool, but if you have a doubt on if it's trademark or not, go to the USPTO website. That's a U.S. government website, and enter in the phrase, and it'll tell you if it's trademark or not. I don't think that there's an actual database that's searchable where it'll tell you if you're using a trademark word or not. If there was a such thing, that would kind of be cool, but I don't think something like that exists right now. Even that wouldn't be an Amazon tool. That would be just a general tool. So I don't know of any way other than using that USPTO website. But that's a good question, Aditya. Somebody out there who's a software developer, maybe Google software developer, maybe should make that. Sam says, my stomach is calling. I will catch you later, Bradford. All right, Sam, don't eat too much. I had some Korean barbecue last night and pigged out when I was supposed to be fasting. I wanted to fast to lose some weight for a cruise I'm going on, but nope. Thomas says, can you go on the same time tomorrow? So I will give it a try. Tomorrow is Monday. I'll try and go on at around 12. We'll see. Dimitar, your wife gives you too much free time. Yeah, true. Well, she's not even home, so don't know where she's at. Sam says, same time tomorrow. I'll try. Joshua says, and again, I lost my questions. How do we tell Amazon to block other people's listings for our trademark brand name? You can't really, all right, block them or tell them to do it. But if they're using a trademark brand name and you're positive they're using it in your listing, that means you have checked Index Checker and they are indexed for it on the storefront listing. The store. That's how you, guys. That's how you check if somebody has it maybe in the back end, even though it's not in the front. I mean, obviously, if it's in the front end of the listing and it's your trademark word, and you can report to Amazon, say, hey guys, look, here it is right here. But if you're not sure, if you know that they're organically ranking for it, but you don't even see it in their listing, it could be in their back end. So you would just do that storefront index checker check for their seller ID. And then if they have a check mark right there, that means that they probably have it in the back end of their listing. And then you can report that to Amazon. Say, hey, Amazon, here is my trademark, give them the link to the USPTO, your trademark filing number, and then say, here's the ASIN, and please note that they have it in their listing. Please, kick them in the butt or whatever, So that's one way that you can do it, Josh. Sam says, what's the best way to eliminate listing hijackers? There's no really great way. You could send them cease and desist, if you really are a trademark or they're not selling the right product. If they're not selling the right product, do a test buy. And then take pictures of that test buy, take pictures of every process of that, and then report it to Amazon. Say, hey, Amazon, look, this is not the right product that's being advertised. And that's usually the best way. If customers write Amazon and tell them that something is not as described, that's when Amazon takes action. Not when sellers complain, but when their buyers complain. That's what really makes them serious. Boxer22. I cannot. These YouTube Ask Me Anythings might be too popular because the whole point I wanted to do the YouTube Ask Me Anythings was to catch up on the backlog of questions that we get that we're not able to do on the Facebook Ask Me Anythings. But like half the time here, I'm having to spend on the live question, and that's great. I just didn't expect there to be so many people watching live on YouTube when I didn't even announce it. So Boxer22 says, I'm just tired of product research. There's so many different criteria from the gurus on YouTube. What's your advice? I've been looking for products over a year and not gone for one. Boxer22, there's stuff out there. We just looked up Kalimbas. Nobody has told me I'm pronouncing it wrong. What's the English way to say calimbas? Because I keep saying it and the reason why I say calimbas is because Kalimba is the name of a rock en español band, if I'm not mistaken, a Spanish rock band named Kalimba. And so that's how I've always pronounced this word. I knew I heard that word somewhere before. I didn't know it was an actual instrument. But there's what I want you to do, Boxer22, let me know. Are you a Helium 10 member? Whether you are or not, you can get it for free, right? And then what I want you to do is I want you to go to helium10.com/pro training, or just go to helium10.com. You'll see a button there called pro training. Find the tool black box in there so that you can go to the videos and watch all the videos in black box. And that right there, it'll take you like 25 minutes. That might open your eyes to some cool techniques that you can use in order to how to find a good niche on Amazon to sell. All right. Dimitar says, is the giveaway available in Europe? Yes, there are companies who do launch services for Europe. Absolutely. Michael says, can I ask a launch question? Michael, you can ask almost anything you want, as long as it's respectful to everybody else on here and not something profane or something. You can literally ask anything you want. You want to ask a question about Zumba fitness? I know everything about Zumba fitness. Or sumo wrestling? I know about sumo wrestling too, but we'll try and keep it to Helium 10 and Amazon. But launch is my specialty, so absolutely you can ask me a question about launch. Ashot here. If I'm mispronouncing your name, I'm sorry. Ashot. Great question. Can I use same listings to sell in Amazon Canada? Yes, you can. Should you? No, you shouldn't. Why? All right. Canada is obviously I just love this question, Ashot. But Canada is an English-speaking country. So what a lot of American sellers do, or sellers who are listening in Amazon USA, is they'll go in and say, hey, I've got my Amazon USA listing. I'm just going to copy it and make it in Canada. But guess what, guys? Canadian English is a little bit different. Canadian trends are different than USA trends, all right? So you've got to do your keyword research for what's best for the Canadian market and do the same thing. Here's some trivia for you guys to give you an example. How do you say what the door is on the front of a car where the engine is under? How do you say that in the USA? Somebody, let's see if we have a live thing here. I know there's a little lag here, so type in the answer. What do you call the door on the front of a car that where the engine is, and the door on the back where you can like put suitcases? Let me know how to say that in America. All right. And while you guys are answering that, I'm going to look if there's any other questions here. Michael says, how to make sure the listing will convert the targeted keyword. There's no way to know that. The best way is to do a Cerebro compare ASIN search. All right. Because then you know it's converting for your competitors who are like that. Michael, let me know, have you used Cerebro compare ASIN search or gone to the deep dive videos on that? All right, here we go. Here's some answers here. Sam says, what is the best way to reduce belly fat? Zumba fitness, cardio, and cycling your carbs. Go carbs one day, no carbs the next day. Carbs one day, no carbs the next day. And also intermittent fasting. Only eat 4 to 5 hours in a block a day, like from 12 to 4 p.m. and then don't eat the rest of the day, only drink water. All right. So, okay. Adita says hood or trunk. But yes, look what Voltaire said. Voltaire said bonnet in the UK. Hood in the UK might mean like a hoodie or something. But in America, it's a hood. But in UK, it's bonnet. What about the trunk? It's called the boot lid or something like that. You know, if you're Spanish speaking, in Mexico, I think French fries is called papas fritas, or at least in California it is. But in Spain, it's called patatas. All right, so completely different words, guys. So just because Amazon country has a certain language that might be the same as another country, you've got to do your product research from scratch. All right, so a lot of it you're going to be able to keep, but you want to make sure that you're using the language and the things that are most relevant to buyers in that country. Hope that makes sense. But that was a really great question, whoever asked that about Amazon Canada. But do not make the mistake that 98% of sellers do, which is make the same exact listing in Canada as it is in the USA, because you could really be screwing yourself over on keywords. All right. Let's go back up. How to make sure the listing. Okay, what is the best way to reduce belly fat? Oh, I did that. You have to give away a lot. Thomas says you have to give away a lot of calories. Yeah, that's an Amazon giveaway. That's a launch. And yeah, Sam, you got to launch yourself into doing some exercise. That's going to help you get lose the belly fat. What else? Boxer, don't steal Kalimbas. Boxer says, I saw one of your black box tutorials. I was like, this is so different to what other platforms do, hence why I subscribe. Thank you for answering. Zumba Fitness, keep up the jokes. You're funny. I'm not joking. Guys, if you guys want to have make a laugh, you're on YouTube, type in Crazy Sock TV. That was my old alter ego. I used to be an internet marketer too, and I created this alter ego on YouTube that would do Zumba Fitness videos, and I got over 25 million hits. So like people are like, wow, Bradley, you got so many hits on Helium 10 on YouTube. I'm like, dude, there's like 20 people watching this video. I used to have videos that have 5 million views just on one video on Zumba Fitness. So I'm a very strange dude, guys. And I wasn't joking about the sumo wrestling too. If you Google my name and sumo wrestling, there will be some interesting things that come up as well that have to do with MTV and potential documentaries done. So like, I'm not all about Amazon. I'm one of the weirdest dudes you guys will ever meet. All right. Sam says, what is patata? That's like potato, I think, for in Spain, Spanish. Sounds tasty. Patatas. Papas fritas. All right. Thomas says, I'm going to gain 20 new Kalimbo competitors because of this podcast. And again, this is why, guys, I usually say, hey, let's keep the product researches, down to the more private ones. But hey, if anybody wants to throw out something, no problem. But don't worry, Thomas. Go ahead and launch it. Maybe that'll be my first product. Maybe I'll be your competitor, Thomas. I've never launched my own private label product, but no, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you, bro. All right, let me go back. I've done almost all live questions and barely any of my backlog questions. So I'm going to try and do a really quick one right here. As someone, okay, oh crap, I just lost it here. As someone doing Amazon wholesale, how can I use the Helium 10 tools to help me with this business model? All right. If you're doing Amazon wholesale, Andy, I would use Blackbox and use the title words to find the certain brands. I would also use Blackbox to show ones that have over, 10 sellers, because that shows that it might be arbitrage or wholesale. I would use X-Ray to see what the potential sales might be of a product. I would use inventory levels, which is our Chrome extension, and that's going to show you how many inventory the other people who are selling that product piggybacking on that listing, they might have. So thank you for that question, Andy. Let's keep going here with the rapid fire questions. No more live questions for today, guys. I got to do like 2 or 3 of these other ones, so save it for tomorrow. Christina, why are there so many differences between Keyword Tracker and Cerebro in terms of ranking? Keyword Tracker is checking every single hour or every single 24 hours, your ranking. Cerebro is checking, once every 7 days, or even on a lower volume search once a month. So, the time that your keyword rank is checked in Cerebro might be completely different than the time it's checked in Keyword Tracker. So that's an excellent question, Christina. Malcolm says, what's the best time to launch to get the most out of Black Friday? I would say you would want to make sure that you've fully launched in like maybe October. October, to really get to start getting to page 1, so that once Black Friday comes out, you're at page 1 already for all of your top keywords that you're trying to rank for. Sales ranking from Andres. What does it actually mean? Sales ranking might be your BSR. That's just your ranking as far as how you relate in the number of sales you're making to other people in your category. So if you have a BSR of 1, you're the top selling listing in your whole entire category or subcategory. If you have a BSR of 100,000, that means there's 99,999 listings that are selling better or selling more than you. Anna Maria says, what does it mean when it says something like over 10,000 in the competing products column of Magnet? All right, what that means is that there are over 10,000 listings that come up in a search for that keyword. So you type in a search collagen peptides, it'll say here's one of 16 of over 700 listings or something like that. That's what it means in Magnet, so you can see how many people are currently indexed for that keyword. Alex, how can I calculate the perfect bid for my PPC campaigns? That was another question that was asked a lot. We don't have anything available for that, but in Amazon, it's actually pretty cool. There is a slider key now. If you're doing your campaign in PPC, there is a slider key where it says, okay, if you're bidding this much, you have only a 25% chance of getting the buy box. But if you slide that thing up to like a 75% chance, you'll see what price you have to do in order to have a better chance at doing the buy box. So thank you for that question, Alex. Just a couple more here. I'm just doing literal rapid fire here. Eric says, will Profits be opening anytime soon? I'm excited to ditch what I'm currently using. Eric, make sure to check it out now. Profits now is out of the beta test, and it is open to all Helium 10 users. Let's see what other questions we have here about how, this is from Jimmy, about how many sales does it normally take for the frequently bought together to show up. That is different every time. You know, I've seen it happen as up until 3 or 4. So basically it's whatever has the most frequently bought together stuff. So maybe nothing is ever bought together with that item. All right. Well, it won't have a frequently bought together, and you might just have to do 2 orders where there's 2 items that are being bought together, and you'd get that badge or that little widget right there. But some items where if it's an item that sells, 10,000 units a month and 200 times it's bought with another product, well, obviously that means you're going to have to do more than 200 sales for a different product to show up right there. So thank you for that question. One more new one. Terry also asked, when will Profits be open again for new users? And Terry, it is open right now. So I'm pretty sure we actually hit 50 questions today, guys. That is really awesome. Thank you for all the live questions. This is the most live questions we've ever had on a YouTube Ask Me Anything. We might have to start going to Twitch. I'm trying to find a place where I can really focus on the backlog questions, but I don't want to like say no to you guys because I love getting live questions too. So let me just see if there's any last comments here. Dimitar says, you're a good man. Great job. Thank you very much, Dimitar. Thomas says, I can see Brad's Kalima on the very last page. Yep. Josh is going to steal it too. Elkin says. Ashad says, about Amazon Canada, will my reviews show up on Amazon Canada if I use the same listings? Sometimes it does. Like if you have no reviews and you're using the same ASIN, which is totally fine. You can still have a different listing in Canada, but using the same ASIN. Yes, usually your Amazon USA listings reviews will show up until you get a good review history. Michael says, gotta go. Let's see. Thomas says, what helium plan do you recommend? Thomas, for unless you're selling, you have a lot of employees and you're selling like 7 figures, I think you should be totally fine with a platinum. If you want a coupon code, guys, 15% off either your first month or guys, this is actually the last day almost. If you guys want a huge tax write-off for your 2018 taxes, do Helium 10 annual plan. Normally it costs you $1,200 a year, right? If you're just paying $97 a month. Now, normally if you get the annual plan, it actually is $997, I believe, or $970, since you get 2 months for free. So that's a huge tax write-up. But if you want an additional coupon code, let me put it right here. Use AMA43. There, I just put the coupon code right there. AMA43 is a code that you can get 15% off your first month or the whole entire year if you want a big tax write-off for 2018. And that actually saves you like almost $400 from the regular price of Helium 10. And if you're not, satisfied within the first 30 days, if you're just on a month-to-month plan, guess what? You can ask for your money back before then. So that's what I would definitely suggest doing. Thomas, platinum plan is fine. I don't think you need a diamond plan. Diamond plan is for big-time sellers who are just like have all these employees. They don't want them to see their profits. So you can have multi-user accounts. You can also track like more keywords and track more things and have your profits update. So, unless you're already crushing it, I would just say always start off with a platinum plan. My bosses might be mad at me for telling you not to buy the diamond. Obviously that we get twice as much money, but unless you're selling well, I don't want you having something that I don't think you need. So start off with a platinum plan, and then as your needs grow, which I'm sure they will, then switch to the diamond. And Sam says, would you have a Helium 10 discount code? There it is right there, AMA43. Let me know if that works. If it doesn't work, let customer service know. Just write a note and say, hey, guys, I was on a YouTube Ask Me Anything, and Bradley said to use AMA43. That's right. The code is going to go away tonight. In 10 hours, that code will not work anymore. I mistakenly said it's going to work until tomorrow. No, that code is not going to work tomorrow. So that's your only chance to use that code, AMA43. All right, guys. And that'll give you 15% off. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, if it doesn't work, just send a message to support and say, hey, can you apply this code because Bradley says I could use it. All right. Any other last comments? All right, that's about it. So thank you guys for watching. And again, make sure to subscribe and hit the notifications button. So tomorrow, once I go live, you guys will know when I am on, and I will see you guys tomorrow. See you guys.